Good morning, students. This is Murthy sir. Till now, we have learnt about concentration or dressing of the ore, extraction of metals, purification or refining of metals. Today, let us learn about different types of metallurgical processes. Smelting is a form of extractive metallurgy to produce a metal from its ore. Smelting uses heat and a chemical reducing agent to decompose the ore, driving off other elements as gases or slag and leaving just the metal behind. The reducing agent is commonly a source of carbon such as coke, charcoal, and coal. For smelting process, blast furnace is used. In steel manufacturing industry, blast furnace is used for smelting process. Here you can see the construction or the structure of blast furnace. Now let us learn how blast furnace is used. The blast furnace is a huge steel stack lined with refractory brick where iron ore, coke and limestone are dumped into the top and preheated air is blown into the bottom. The raw materials require 6 to 8 hours to descend to the bottom of the furnace where they become the final product of liquid slag and liquid iron. Now let us learn about the chemical reactions that take place in the blast furnace. The principal reactions are carbon reacts with oxygen to form carbon monoxide, carbon reacts with water to form carbon monoxide and hydrogen, carbon dioxide reacts with carbon to form carbon monoxide, ferric oxide reacts with carbon monoxide to form carbon dioxide, and magnetite, an ore of iron, Fe3O4 is magnetite. Now, magnetite reacts with carbon monoxide to form carbon dioxide and ferrous oxide. Ferrous oxide reacts with carbon monoxide to form iron metal and carbon dioxide. This picture shows the structure of reverberatory furnace. Zinc sulfide reacts with oxygen to form zinc oxide and sulfur dioxide. Roasting is a process of heating of sulfide ore to a high temperature in the presence of air. In roasting, the ore or ore concentrate is treated with very hot air. This process is generally applied to sulfide minerals. During roasting, the sulfide is converted to an oxide. In this process, sulfur is released as sulfur dioxide, SO2. Generally, reverberatory furnace is used for roasting process. Now, let us learn about calcination. Calcination is heating to high temperatures in the absence of air or oxygen. The main purpose of calcination of ores are to convert carbonates and hydroxide ores into oxides. Now let us see the chemical reactions. Zinc carbonate dissociates into zinc oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium carbonate dissociates into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Aluminium hydroxide dissociates into aluminium oxide and water. Now let us see what is a metallurgical furnace. A metallurgical furnace, more commonly referred to as furnace, is a device used to heat and melt metal ore to remove gangue primarily in iron and steel production. There are different types of furnaces in metallurgy to work with specific metals and ores. Now let us see the fundamental difference between reverberatory furnace and blast furnace. In reverberatory furnace, the fuel and material are separate. They are in separate chambers. In blast furnace, the fuel and the material are mixed in a single chamber. When we look at the retort furnaces, in them material is isolated from the fuel and all of the products of combustion, including gases. Generally, for smelting process, blast furnace is used, and for roasting process, reverberatory furnace is used in metallurgy. Hearth is the place inside the furnace where the ore is kept for heating purpose. Firebox is the part of the furnace where the fuel is kept for burning. Chimney is the outlet through which gases go out of the furnace. So these terms you have to know: hearth, firebox, and chimney. Now let us learn about the process of corrosion. Corrosion is a natural process that converts a refined metal into a more chemically stable form, such as oxide, hydroxide, or sulfide. It is the gradual destruction of materials by chemical or electrochemical reaction with their environment. Now let us see the different preventive measures to avoid corrosion. The first one is electroplating. Electroplating is the process by which a metal is coated with a thin layer of another metal using electrolysis. The second method is cathodic protection. In this process, the base metal is connected to a sacrificial metal that corrodes instead of the base metal. Galvanization is the process which involves coating iron with a thin layer of zinc. It is generally done by dipping iron in molten zinc. The zinc layer coating thus protects the iron inside from corrosion. Next method is painting and greasing. Providing a layer of paint or grease on the metal can prevent the exposure of the metal with the external environment, thereby preventing corrosion. Now let us see the fifth method. Choosing the right material can also help prevent corrosion. Example, aluminum and stainless steel or highly corrosion resistant materials. The sixth method is using corrosion inhibitor. Let us see what is that. Corrosion inhibitors are chemicals which when added to the corroded material has the ability to cut down the rate of corrosion. So these are some chemicals which are specifically used as corrosion inhibitors. So this is